Thank you for your presence. Come on, put your hands together. Father, we thank you for your presence. We declare your power in this room. That you're the miracles. And this is what you do. We declare it. You make the blind see. You make the man walk again. You cause the dead to rise. And the dead to liberty. Yes, you're doing it all again. Come on, clap. Yeah, cause you're doing it all again. Oh, say, you make the blind man see. You make the lame man walk. You cause the dead to rise. And that's why we dance. That's why we dance in the air. Yeah. Cause you're doing it all again. Say, cause you're doing it all again. Say, yo. Cause you're doing it all again. And you're still saving. You're the same God. You're still healing. Same God. Yeah. Still creating. Same God. Chain breaking. Yeah. And you're doing it. Let's go. We declare it. Say you're doing it. You're the God of miracles. You won't change, no. You won't change, you're the same God. Never ending, yeah. Oh, you won't change, you won't change, you're the same God. You never ending, same God. And we worship you. You are Jesus. You are Jesus, the same God. We know who you are. You are holy. You are holy, the same God. You are holy, yeah. So my Redeemer. My Redeemer, the same God. Yeah. My provider. My provider, the same God. Yes, you are, oh God. Say you're doing it. Yes, you are. You still heal the sick. You're doing it. You still raise the dead. Say you're doing it all again. Signs and wonders. Signs and wonders. You're the God of miracles. You're the God of miracles. Signs and wonders. Signs and wonders. You still heal. You still raise the dead. You still open blinded eyes. You're still doing it. You're still doing it. Oh, Father, we believe in your power. And we declare this morning that we won't just read about it, but that we will see it with our eyes, that we will see it in our time, that you're doing it all again, that you still cause the lame to walk, that you still cause the blind to see, and you are doing it. Our God is doing it. You are doing it. Our God is doing it. We declare it. You are doing it. Our God is doing it. All again. Somebody lift your voice to our amazing God. If you know that he's doing it again, my favorite songs. We love to call your name. It's something we cannot explain that happens when we proclaim your great name, your great name. We love to call your name. Call your name. It's something we cannot explain. That happens, oh God, when we proclaim your great, King Jesus. No other King Jesus, not stronger. We can call on you. Things changes when we call on your name. Come on and say, we love to call your name. It's something we cannot explain. That happens, oh God, we proclaim your great Jesus. No other name. Say not stronger. We can call on. Things changes when we call on your name. Say King Jesus, King Jesus, King Jesus. Say no other name. King Jesus. Say not stronger. We can call on. Things changes when we call on your name. I love this part. It says, there's power in the name of Jesus. Power in your name. There is power in the name of Jesus. So much power in your name. Say there is power. There is power in the name of Jesus. So much power in your name. Say there is power in the name of Jesus. So much power in your name. Things change when I call. Things change when I call you, Jesus. Say things change when I call your name. Say things change when I call you, Jesus. Things change when I call your name. Say I'm free when I call you, Jesus. Say I'm free when I call your name. Say I'm free when I call you, Jesus. Say I'm free when I call your name. Oh, when I call your name. 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 I feel the shifting when I call you. When I call your name. I feel the shifting when I call you. When I call your name. 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 Something happens when I call. When I call your name. I feel breakthrough when I call. When I call your name. 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 Breakthrough happens when I call. When I call your name. Something shifts when I call. When I call your name. When I call the name of Jesus. When I call your name. When I call your name. When I call your name. Oh, come on, come on. Somebody want to know that name? This is the name I call. I call him Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. When I call your name. I call him Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. When I call your name. I call him Jesus. When I call your name. I call him Jesus. When I call your name. I call him Jesus,
My name is Dr. Jamila Jackson, and I'm so glad that you decided to tune in to another broadcast of Pastor Alfonso J. Jackson Jr. We are so glad that you are watching this message. We hope that you share it with your family and friends. If you'd like to stay connected with us, please do so on any social media platform. We ask that you go to gnmacedonia.org to get more information about our ministry. And if you're ever in the Miami area, please come by and visit us at Greater New Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church. Thank you, and let's tune into the message.
Praise the Lord, everybody, and welcome again to another time of worship together through a virtual church. And I want to tell you that this is still the day that the Lord has made, and we've come to rejoice and be glad therein. God bless you. Listen, I want to get right into my assignment today because if you are just joining us for the first time, we've been in a series called It's in the Bank. All the promises of God is in the bank. And in order to access it, in order to activate it, all you need is faith and what? Patience. Yeah, that's right. But today I want to kind of touch on something that I don't believe that we as believers really talk about a whole lot, especially in church. And I want to talk about an aspect of promise receiving that I believe is going to be a blessing to us. It's in Deuteronomy chapter 26. Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 1. Moses says this to the children of Israel. He says, when you come into the land that the Lord your God is giving you for inheritance and have taken possession of it and live in it, you shall take some of the first of all the fruit of the ground, which you harvest from your land, Lord your God is giving you, and you shall put it in a basket, and you shall go to the place that the Lord your God will choose to make his name dwell there. And you shall go to the priest who is in the office at that time and say to him, I declare today that to the Lord your God, that I have come into the land that the Lord swore to our fathers to give us. Then the priest shall take the basket from your hand and set it down before the altar of the Lord. And you shall make response before the Lord your God, saying, a wandering Aramean was my father, and he went down into Egypt and sojourned there, few in number, and there he became a nation, great and mighty and populous. And the Egyptians treated us harshly, humiliated us, and laid on us hard labor. Then we cried to the Lord, and the God of our fathers, the Lord heard our voice and saw our afflictions, our toil, and our oppression. And the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, with great deeds of terror, with signs and wonders. He brought us into this land and gave us this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And behold, now I bring the first of the fruit of the ground, which you, O Lord, have given me. And you shall set it down before the Lord your God and worship before the Lord your God. And you shall rejoice in all the land that the Lord your God has given you and your house, you and the Levite and the sojourner who is among you. Before I give you the title of my text, I want to ask you this question. Do you know a guy named William Post? Yes, no, maybe so. Maybe you know him better by Bud. William Bud Post. If you think about somebody from South Miami, that you got the wrong Bud. No, this William Bud Post is a Pennsylvania native, and he was famous for one thing, and that is that he was famous for winning the lottery in Pennsylvania for $16.2 million. Let me say it one more time. I said $16.2 million. And when he did, you know what happened? He said that was the worst thing that could have ever happened to him. He says, and I quote, "It was a total nightmare." Now, some of y'all can't understand because you like, it's $16.2 million. How in the world is that a nightmare? Well, maybe if I was to tell you exactly what happened, maybe you would understand. You see, he in 1988, he won $16.2 million, but in 3 months, he had to file for bankruptcy. Let me tell you what happened to him. After he won the lottery, then his former girlfriend successfully sued him for a third of his winnings. And then on top of that, his brother was arrested. After that, his brother was arrested because he hired a hitman to knock off William Bud Post, hoping that after his brother died, he would inherit some of his winnings. And then on top of that, William Post, he invested in family businesses and restaurants and even bought an airplane. And all of that combination led to his demise. In fact, by 2006, the year that he died, William Post was living off of $450 a month and had to live on welfare. That's pretty bad. But I would suggest us today that if William Post could come back today, I believe that he will look at us virtually and still say to us, he'll say this, that there's not much difference between me and you. That I believe William Post would tell us that you can't look at me harshly or judgmentally because I might have been bankrupt financially, but many of you all are bankrupt spiritually.